Listen carefully. This is not a coincidence that you are hearing this right now. Jesus Christ is speaking to your heart today. You may feel tired. You may feel broken. You may feel like giving up. But hear this clearly. Jesus never leaves the ones who are on their knees. Your pain has a purpose. Your tears are counted. Your struggle is seen. Jesus says, I see your silent battles. I know your hidden pain, and I am with you. You are not weak. Jesus is with you. Listen carefully. This message is not random. Jesus Christ is speaking to you right now. You may look strong outside, but inside you are tired of fighting alone. You smile in front of people, but cry when no one sees. And Jesus says, I see you. I see the nights when you prayed and nothing changed. I see the moments when you wanted to give up, but still got up and tried again. You think crying means weakness. But Jesus says, Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Your tears are not a sign of defeat. They are proof that your heart is still alive. The world calls you weak for feeling pain. Jesus calls you strong for surviving it. Remember this truth. Jesus himself fell on the road to the cross. He felt pain. He felt rejection. He felt exhaustion. Yet, he stood up again. So if Jesus fell and still rose, why do you think your fall is final? Jesus says, Do not be afraid of falling. Be afraid of not getting back up. Your struggle is not punishment. It is preparation. God is not breaking you. He is building you. Every delay is shaping your character. Every tear is strengthening your faith. Every test is preparing your testimony. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not finished. Jesus is walking with you, even when you cannot feel him, and this is only the beginning. Faith in the storm. Look at Jesus, not the waves. There are moments in life when everything around you feels unstable. Your plans are failing. Your prayers feel unanswered. Your heart feels heavy, and you ask God, Why is this happening to me? Jesus answers, Because faith is not built in comfort, it is built in storms. Remember when Peter walked on water? As long as his eyes were on Jesus, the impossible became possible. But the moment he looked at the waves, fear entered his heart, and he began to sink. This is the same mistake we make. We look at the problem more than the promise. We look at fear more than faith. We look at the storm more than the Savior. Jesus says to you today, Why are you afraid? I am still in your boat. Storms do not mean God has left you. Sometimes they mean God is training you. A calm sea never made a strong believer. The waves are loud, but the voice of Jesus is louder. When Peter started sinking, he didn't give a long prayer. He simply cried, Lord, save me. And immediately, Jesus reached out his hand, not later, not after judging him, immediately. This means one thing. Even weak faith is enough when placed in strong hands. If you feel like you are drowning today, call his name. Jesus is not asking you to understand everything. He is asking you to trust him. Faith is not knowing how. Faith is knowing who. So lift your eyes. Shift your focus. The storm may be strong, but Jesus is stronger. And if he allowed this storm, he already planned your victory through it. When silence feels heavy. My child, there will be seasons when you pray, and all you hear is silence. You will kneel, you will cry, you will ask again and again, Lord, where are you? Listen carefully. My silence is not my absence. A seed buried in the soil hears nothing. It feels darkness. It feels pressure. Yet that is exactly where growth begins. I see every tear you hide. I see the nights when your heart is tired, but your faith is still trying. And I say to you today, do not mistake waiting for rejection. I am working even when you cannot see it. I am arranging things you haven't prayed for yet. I am protecting you from doors that would have destroyed you. Remember this. I delayed Joseph before I promoted him. I tested David before I crowned him. I allowed the storm before I spoke. Peace, be still. If I answered immediately, you would miss the strength I am building in you. If I removed the pain too fast, you would never know the power inside you. So hold on. Trust me in the quiet. Trust me in the delay. Because the silence you are in today is preparing you for a testimony tomorrow. I am closer than you think, my beloved. When your heart feels weak and your faith feels tired, remember this truth. I have never stepped away from you. Even when you couldn't feel me, even when your prayers felt empty, I was walking beside you, quietly, faithfully. You see distance. I see growth. You see delay. I see divine timing. There were moments you thought you wouldn't survive. Moments when your smile hid your pain. Moments when giving up felt easier than believing. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing. That is not an accident. That is my grace. I carried you when you had no strength to walk. I shielded you when you didn't know danger was near. I whispered hope into your spirit when the world was loud with fear. Do not let your past shame silence your future. Do not let yesterday's failures define today's calling. I do not see you as broken. I see you as becoming. What I have started in your life, I will finish. What I have promised, I will fulfill. And what you lost, I will restore in ways greater than before. Lift your head. Breathe again. Hope again. Because the same God who brought you this far will not leave you now. Your breakthrough is near, my child. I know you are tired of being strong. I know you are weary of hoping, waiting, believing again. But hear me clearly now. You are closer than you think. The enemy would love you to quit one step before the miracle. That is why the pressure feels heavier now. That is why the battle seems louder now. Because breakthrough always comes after endurance. I have seen the prayers you whispered when no one was listening. I have seen the faith you held onto with trembling hands. And I tell you this, none of it was wasted. What feels like resistance is actually confirmation. What feels like delay is divine alignment. What feels like weakness is the moment my strength rises within you. Do not look at your situation and decide your future. Look at me. I specialize in last-minute miracles. I turn graves into gardens. I turn endings into beginnings. Very soon, what made you cry will make you testify. Very soon, doors you couldn't open will swing wide. Very soon, peace will replace the heaviness in your heart. So stand firm. Speak faith, even when your voice shakes. Keep walking, even when the road is unclear. Because I am about to do something in your life that will make you say, only God could have done this.